Good afternoon, you football bettors. It's Monday afternoon, October 25th, 2021. It's Raphael Esparza from DocSports.com bringing you another episode of Ask a Bookie. Should be a great Monday Night Football game as long as there's no weather involved because it's in Seattle. They're getting some bombarded with some wind, some rain, some snow. So weather could be a very big issue in tonight's game, which I'm actually shocked that the total has not moved to a complete 41. I guess the bettors are just waiting to see what the weather looks like when they put on the switch with ESPN around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock when they go live on their show. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what the total does. I know the total opened up at 44, has got bent all the way down to 41 and a half. If it's rainy and windy when the TV feed starts showing, I would not be shocked if we see 41, 40, maybe even a 39 and a half, depending on how bad the weather is. Because we saw how bad weather yesterday was in the Indianapolis San Francisco game, and we have two quarterbacks who I think are prone to let the ball go wild. So I don't see a lot of deep passes going tonight if we do see weather. That's why I kind of look towards some offensive prop bets going under, like total TD passes going under. I think that's why total New Orleans touchdowns over under 2.5. It's got bets back down to even minus 115. I saw a lot of action going the other way around, so I can easily see a low scoring a game on this. Total field goals over under 1.5, over now minus 140. We can see a lot of field goals being kicked in this game, so it's going to be very interesting to see what the prop bets do, what the weather feels like when it, like I said, when it first show what the weather looks like on ESPN when they go break three after the afternoon games. Pass completions for Jameis Winston tonight, it's over under 17 and a half. The under has been bet all the way down to minus 125. Geno Smith, his over under completions passes at 18 and a half. Again, his is being bet under at minus 120. So again, tonight's Monday Night Football game is Saints Seattle. Saints a road favorite -4. There is 4.5 globally. Nowhere in the States have 4.5. So I would be shocked if we see any big drastic line movement in the game itself. But again, the total is 41.5. There is 142 out there, and that's at win. So we can see maybe some interesting to see if they go bet over under. Someone on Twitter, I can't believe I forgot who it was. Ruby Claire asked me is the over under still 42.5. There's still the play for bad weather. I told her on social media I wouldn't, just because I'm never had good luck with betting bad weather. Just like in horses, I never bet that many horses when it's pouring buckets or the track is sloppy, because I just have bad track records when it comes to weather involved in any sport. So if I had to overbet, I would probably wait to see if maybe I can get off it, maybe try to get a middle or somewhere out. But I would definitely not bet the over in this game. I've been wrong many times betting total, especially in the NFL. So we're looking to see what's very interesting. I liked the Seattle when it was around 5. I thought it was a good bet. I didn't think Jameis Winston and the Saints coming off a bye week, still being shorthanded, no Taysom Hill tonight. So I thought that was a good number. Now it's 4. If anything goes any lower, then maybe I'll try the middle myself on this one. So it's very interesting. Like I said, I'm very curious in a couple of hours when the TV feed starts showing Seattle, what it's like weather-wise. What's the betting public going to do? Are they going to jump all over the under because it's pouring buckets or it's really windy? Are they going to be fading the Saints because Seattle's going to have the huge home field advantage? We all know Saints don't play well in weather games. But that doesn't apply last year. It applied on Drew Brees. We all knew Drew Brees did not play well in bad weather games. So now he's not there. Jameis Winston. So I can't wait to see what the betting public does in this game. When the first picture goes off, if it's blowing rain, if it's pouring buckets, if it's just windy, what's the field look like? It's going to be very interesting. I think live betting might be the way to go in this matchup. So really excited to see what the outcome of this game. So again, this is Raphael Esparza from Ask a Bookie. Feel free to chime on in if you have any questions on what's going on in tonight's game, NBA, NHL, Monday Night Football. So it should be a fantastic evening of watching some sports, watching a windy, rainy game in Seattle. We could talk about next week's college football games as well. We have some great stuff going on. Next weekend is we have a big UFC event, UFC 267 in Abu Dhabi. Then 2 weeks from now is going to be crazy. We not only do we have another UFC in Madison Square Garden, UFC 268, but we have Canelo, Khalid Plant boxing as well that evening. And of course, football, college football, and all that other stuff. So again, feel free to chime on in if you guys have any questions on tonight's game. We'll bounce around, give you some other stuff on what we'd like. There's a couple prop bets. Like I said, I didn't go crazy on looking at some stuff because, like I said, weather is going to be a huge issue in this game. So I didn't want to jump all the way board and start betting a whole bunch of prop bets just because, again, I didn't know what the weather was going to be like. So I kind of just laid low. I played under Geno Smith, 206 yards. That was going to be another free play of mine for tonight's game. Saints defense has been really, really good, even if there was no weather being involved. So I think Geno Smith could have a very, very long day. I almost played him under rushing yards as well, but that was my YouTube free play. No one forgot Jameis Winston's rushing yards over today, just because there's no Taysom Hill going to be there for the Saints today. I thought, was it 19.5 that I posted? I thought that was a little bit a low number. I think his last game against Washington, I think he had 24, 26 around. I don't have it in front of me, so I could be off on the exact price on that one. But I thought Jameis Winston as my YouTube free play over 19.5 rushing yards was a really good bet. And I'll take another one. I think Collins from Seattle over 48.5 total rushing yards. I think that one goes over as well. I think Collins will have a big game on the ground, and I think the running game is going to be big for both teams if there's going to be weather involved. So I look for again. My YouTube free play was over under 19.5 rushing yards for Jameis Winston, and then I'll free play another one out for you guys right now. Collins from Seattle over 48.5 total rushing yards in the game. Another one that I was looking at was Seahawks. The Saints under 19.5 team total. That was another one that I almost pulled the trigger on at minus 120. But I still think Seattle's defense will be able to, I think, hold the Saints stagnant. And I think it's going to be, like I said, a low-scoring game probably if there's going to be weather involved. So those are three of the ones that I'll just give you guys out to right now. Seattle Seahawks under 19.5 at minus 120. Jameis Winston over rushing yards 19.5, and Collins for Seattle over 48.5. So those are some free plays for you guys. Hope you guys cash, and hope you guys everyone have a fantastic winner. So hopefully, I hope you guys have a great Monday. Like I said, there's some great games besides the Monday Night Football game. We'll dive into some NBA games as well. Feel free to chime on in if you guys have any questions on the card that's going on today. Like I said, some really good stuff going on over at Doc Sports. Don't forget to check out Doc Sports free play stuff over on the Doc Sports YouTube channel. I'm sure you guys are all subscribers. Make sure you watch Tony George's stuff, Scott Spreitzer, Vernon Croy, Indian Cowboy, Robert Faringo, all those guys. They put up some great content over there at Doc Sports. Don't forget to follow them on social media as well, as they all do great content over there. But some NBA games, really excited to watch Milwaukee, Indiana tonight. Milwaukee a 2-point favorite, totals 230. A little bit shocked at how high some of these totals are. Some of these totals are just flying over. So yeah, I'm completely blown away. No opinion on Boston Charlotte. That should be a fantastic game right now. It's a pick-em. Totals 224. Should be very interesting. Really excited to watch the Bulls in Toronto. I don't understand why this one did not open at 3. Got bet all the way down. Well, open up at 2.5. Got bet all the way down to 1.5. Bulls are undefeated. They're a very young team, a fun team to watch. I'm excited to watch them all season long. They play the Raptors. Detroit, Atlanta is a huge favorite for the Hawks. Washington, Brooklyn 6.5. Do they bounce back after that loss last night? They really need Kyrie. That's what's the $1 million question everyone's saying. Do the Nets need Kyrie Irving off the slow start? They had no Blake Griffin yesterday too, so I mean that's not a big reason why they lost, but that kind of hurts their bench. Pelicans, Minnesota. Minnesota should beat the Pelicans. They had 30 turnovers the other day. They're just a very bad team. Who knows when Zion's coming back? Who knows what his weight is right now? I mean, we heard the rumors that he was floating around 300 over the summer when he hurt his leg. So that should be interesting. Denver, Cleveland. Denver's a 10, 9.5, depending on where you shop around. So that should be a fun and exciting game. But it's like I said, should be interesting to see where all these games come out to be. It should be fun. Can't wait to watch a lot of these games. NHL, small schedule and the NHL, so would not be shocked if NHL gets in the back burner. But don't forget, tomorrow World Series starts. Game 1 should be exciting between the Atlanta Braves and Houston Astros. Everyone's going to be probably rooting for the Atlanta Braves. Let's face it. Everyone is still mad at the Houston Astros for cheating that one year. But game 1 has Valdez for Houston, Morton for the Braves. Right now, Valdez is minus 125. There's just 3 numbers. That's weird. Minus 125, minus 130, and 1 minus 140 over at DraftKings. In this game, the total is 8.5, 8. It's weird. Westgate Circa have 8. DraftKings has 8.5. So there's a lot of different totals out there. So make sure, again, you shop around when you're looking for all that stuff when you want to hurry up and bet on those games. So it should be a fun and exciting World Series, even though probably a lot of people are probably not going to pass on the World Series because it's not a big marquee games. I know everybody wanted to see the Dodgers play in it, but too bad, too sad. Series price for the World Series, Astros minus anywhere between minus 140, minus 150. Braves buyback is plus 130. There's about plus 120. And again, I would definitely shop around. If you're looking to bet the Braves series price, you can get a lot better number out there than Westgate and Circa have at plus 120. South Point and DraftKings and Caesars both have plus 130. So make sure you definitely want to shop around if you're looking to bet the Atlanta Braves. Pretty much everyone has minus 140 on Houston. But like I said, if you were looking for the best number for the World Series price, definitely shop around. You don't want to get that minus 120 or plus 120 when pretty much a lot of U.S. books and global books have minus or plus 130 on the Atlanta Braves. So again, highly recommend shopping around for when you bet the series price. And the World Series goes Tuesday, Wednesday, I think Friday, Saturday. So should be interesting to see how long it goes. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what the ratings are going to be for the World Series because not two big marquee teams involved. So should be kind of curious to see what happens on there. Again, tonight's Monday Night Football game is still the same minus 41.5. No big changes out of there, especially since we've been on. One book had just moved it to 41.5, a global book on a total. So I don't know if that's going to be what we're looking at in that point of view, but should be very interesting to see again what this total does. Let's get going out with some more passing prop bets. Over under passing TDs for tonight's game. Jameis Winston over under 1.5. The over is plus 110. The under is minus 140. Some shops have minus 145. Some shops have minus 143 on the under. Geno Smith over under touchdown passing today is over under 1.5 as well. But here's interesting. His unders 250. There's even a couple of 270s out there. Plus 195 on the over buyback on that one. So if you think Geno Smith can throw a passing touchdown tonight, multiple ones, that's a great number you're getting on Geno Smith for the over 1.5. I don't see 1.5. I'll be shocked if either quarterbacks throw 2 touchdown passes tonight. So that's why the under is getting a lot of play on that one. Carries for this one was very interesting. I almost bet the over on the under on Alvin Kamara 21.5. I think we're going to see a lot of screen passes. I think in this game. So I thought carries for Alvin Kamara. I thought 21.5 was just a tad too high. So I actually looked at maybe betting the under. And the under is even money. I still might take that shot. I want to see if maybe I can get a better plus price on that one. So that one's very interesting, something I might want to look at throughout the afternoon or early evening. Already mentioned, we didn't mention receptions, over under receptions, Alvin Kamara over 4.5. I like the over as his receptions tonight at 4.5 at plus 110. I think that's a great number to get that one. So that was something that I was actually looking at. for that one. So that's something I might still look at. Again, I'm waiting. For me, I'm probably like the same thing like you guys. I'm waiting to see if it goes up, what the weather looks like when the TV feed comes back on. I mean, I could go out to the Weather Channel, I guess, and see what the weather is, but I want to see physically and through my eyes. Metcalf for Seattle, his over under is 4.5. The public's been pounding the over. It was at minus 140 earlier when I checked, and now it's back down to minus 135. So that's a little bit low. I guess you can tell most of these receptions are pretty much weather related. Wes, what's going on? Hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Would like to hear about how I can do better with making my own picks. I was surprised the Ravens beat the Chargers last week, and then again when the Bengals beat the Ravens the following week. I always tell people, if you're looking to do this professionally or try to make your own picks and stuff like that, start off small. When I first started gambling into sports, I'm not ashamed to lie. I started making a $5.50 play to win $5 just to build my bankroll. Always go with your gut. Just because Joe Public is saying bet this game, and you follow them. Perfect example. Everybody was on the Philadelphia Eagles yesterday. The public was on it. A lot of wise guy action was on it. I even talked myself out of taking the Raiders because I knew the public was all over the Eagles. So I burned myself listening to all the chatter behind closed doors, and look what happened. The Raiders win. So always trust your original gut and start off small and build your own bankroll. That's what I tell people all the time. You don't have to put down 110 to win 100 as your first bet or your average bet. If you're looking to build your own bankroll, start off small. Start off 11 to win 10 or 22 to win 20 or something like that, just to build your bankroll. And then always follow your gut. Just because someone releases a big play and you're on the other side doesn't mean that they're gonna win and you're gonna lose. I highly recommend doing that, West. Good luck, and hopefully you cash big. Ninja Colin over 49 rushing yards. Ooh, I can see that. Someone told me that. Well, actually, it's 48.5. Hold on, let me see the other shops. I see two shops, 48.5. I see DraftKings 49.5. So I mean, I know it's 1 yard, but it could be big, a big yard. But I can see that for 49. I like that. Make sure you shop around. But yeah, Collins over 48.5. That's one of my free plays on this one. So hopefully we cash on that one. But I think the running game for both teams is going to be big, except for the Saints. That's why I like Kamara under 95.5, but I like his receptions over. But I think Collins over 48.5 or 49.5, whatever. I think both of them are good. I think he probably hits in mid 50s. So yes, Ninja, let's hopefully we both cash big tonight. Thanks for chiming on in, both you guys, West and Colin. But like I said, this should be a very interesting game. Make sure you check to see what the current number is before you place your bet, because I think once the TV shows what the field looks like, what the weather looks like, we can see the betting public moving those numbers all over the place. So make sure you check out your current number before you place your bet, especially on a weather game. As we can probably see tonight, like we saw yesterday in San Francisco, Indianapolis. So make sure you check on that. Let's go on some more. Like I said, I really didn't like that many prop bets because of the weather, but we'll see what's going on. Brother, need a goal scored prop. Is that for goal score prop? Is that for hockey? Is that what you're looking for? A goal score prop for hockey? No, let me switch over to hockey so I can chime on some. I'm not the biggest hockey prop bet guy, so I'm probably not the best one to ask. But some of my friends always send me good ones, especially as what did he say? He told me St. Louis Blues. Hold on, let me pull up his email. I think he told me Perron. I think he probably butchered his last name, Perron. He said he liked him to score a goal tonight for the Blues. So that's the one he told me. I think there was another one he sent me. The Rangers prop bet for a goal score. He wants. Let me pull it up, because then I'm sure I'm going to probably butcher his name. Oh, duh. Where's it at? I'm gonna butcher his names. Zibanejard for the Rangers, plus 150. So those are his ones that he liked for NHL. NBA, I don't dabble in a lot of futures right now. And once football season gets closer and all that in the season, I mean, it's still so young in the NBA. I'm still trying to see what teams are doing and stuff like that. But there's a couple of interesting ones, like I said, like for the Bulls. There's a couple of prop bets that I looked at. I have not pulled the trigger on that one, but Ball over 14 and a half. I was hoping to get plus money on him. Last time I checked, it was minus 105. DeRozan over under 21 and a half. I thought he might have a big game coming back to Toronto. So I thought 21 and a half was an interesting Trent under for Toronto. 14 and a half was the guy that I was looking at. They have not pulled any of these triggers yet. Miami, there was a couple ones that I was looking at, but I usually wait for a good solid month before I start pounding away NBA prop bets, just because I kind of want to see how teams, and I'll play either points and points, rebounds, and assists. Those are two I usually will play the most in the NBA. But Jimmy Butler under total points, rebounds, and assists tonight, just because the way Orlando plays defense, under 34 and a half was the ones I was looking at for the NBA. But like I said, Noah, I usually try to give myself a good month of NBA just to try to look at some games, look at box scores, watch some games before I start pounding away. But mostly the NBA prop bets I do play are points, over, under, and then points, rebounds, and assists. Those are the two ones I normally will play. Sometimes total rebounds, if it's a nice center or power forward matchup, I'll dabble into that. But those are usually the ones. A couple of years ago, I tried to do a lot of 3-point field goals made, and I was just getting crushed. I was tired of losing money, so that's why I quit betting that. But it's interesting. What's your plus money pick of the day? My plus money pick of the day was I'm almost gonna put money on. I'm waiting to see. I'll tell you this. I might play Seattle Seahawks money line tonight. I'm not the biggest money line better, but for some reason, watching Buffalo win on Monday night last week as a home underdog, Seattle could have weather involved. I'm waiting to see. I hate to say I'm waiting to see the weather, but I want to see what any line movement, because let's face it, I know the public was all over the Saints early, and then everyone found out about the weather. So I'm not going to put a lot of money on it, but that could be my plus money pick of the day. I'm just waiting, but that could be what I'm looking for to play as my big plus money. So no, I'm looking to play the Seattle Seahawks money line straight up to win. Frank, will the Astros and Braves stick with the pitchers they are announced? Who knows what's going to happen on pitchers? It drives me freaking nuts as well. It's so annoying. I think if I had to choose, I think the Braves will probably. If Houston's got so many banged up pitchers, I haven't heard McCullers is on the lineup or roster. So I would think the Braves will be more willing than the Astros, just because Houston had some pitching matchups. But I couldn't agree more. On the pitching matchup for what the Dodgers did drove me freaking nuts. So I could not agree with you wholeheartedly, Frank. So hopefully that doesn't. No, you like the Raptors. I can see that. I'm not going to say I disagree with you, but I don't think the Bulls are going to stay perfect. But I just enjoy watching so far what the Chicago Bulls have done so far. I know it's early in the season at 3-0, but for a team that has a lot of new faces on it, to me, they're gelling really well, and I just think it has a lot to do with their coaching staff. And so I have a feeling, but I can see why you take the plus 1.5. I kind of like the Bulls in that at minus 1.5. I thought the number should be 3. So just on how they look. But I guess one of us is cashing a ticket, Noah. So it's either going to be you if you're Raptors money line, or me wishing that I've avoided my bet and jumped on your bandwagon, Nora. But one of us is cashing tonight. So hopefully. One of us has a nice evening and cashes big for that game. But good luck, Noah. Hopefully, like I said, you cash your tickets tonight, and Hopefully, maybe I wish we can say we pushed, but we can't. We won't even be able to say we pushed on that. But we'll enjoy the game. I can guarantee I'll have that game on and watch it. So hopefully we can enjoy the game. And if one of us loses, we still enjoy the game. And if one of us wins, good luck on that one. But Ninja, any wide receiver prop bets? I think I announced a couple of them. I did some. The only one I do like is Alvin Kamara reception yards over 4.5. That's only at plus 110. That's the only. I know he's not a wide receiver, but that's the one. I kind of like Metcalf over 4.5 a little bit. I didn't want to delay the minus 130, minus 135, but I do like Alvin Kamara over 4.5. I think they do a lot of screen passes tonight, so I'm going to jump on that one, Ninja. Stat Daddy, just a thought: Oklahoma is not a top 4 team. Yes, I couldn't agree more with you. Oklahoma is not a top 4 team. 110. They should be downgraded, regulated, just like they do in English Premier League, and how they played the first half against Kansas last week. So could not agree with you more. And if they continue to play like that, Ohio State will leapfrog them. Michigan, Oregon. I think all 3 of those teams can leapfrog Oklahoma because just on how they played all year long. So I could not agree with you more. Sam, how can be a wide receiver prop if weather's so bad, not smarts? I agree. I agree on that. But like I said, I like Alvin Kamara's reception for a right. I know he's not a right receiver, but his prop bet because screen passes. I think they're gonna do a lot of dump screen passes. So I'm not going wild on wide receiver prop bets. And people will. I mean, they bet yesterday's wide receiver prop bets in the San Francisco Indianapolis game, and we all knew it was super windy when it went on air before the game kicked off. So it's can't usually tell people how to bet on how they bet their wagers. Some so I couldn't agree more. No, Cavs money line. It's going to be for me a while for me to jump on the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're young. They're enjoyable. I think Mobley's going to be fun for them to watch. So I'll cheer for you on that one. I have no action on that one, but I'll cheer for the Cleveland Cavaliers for you on money line against Denver. Do I think it's going to happen? No, but it's a nice money line price. But I'll cheer for you. I have no action on that game, Noah. So I'll cheer for you. I agree. So yesterday, the rain is not a dead reason why it goes over. Now the public will always bet it under if it's raining or raining, sleet, or some kind of weather. I agree with you, but a lot of times you just get sloppy play and great field position, Stat Daddy. So 110% agree with you on that one. Just because there's weather involved does not mean it's going to be a dead under. We saw it last night, and it's a lot to do with field position and if you can run the ball. So 100% agree with you on that one. Portland money line plus 125. I'm not sold on the Clippers, so that's would not shock me if you see that plus 1. I'm not 100% sold on the Clippers just so far. Wave Gods, Wizards plus the points. I'm not sold on Brooklyn yet. I mean, I still think the Kyrie situation is going to be in their heads and that their bench is a little short with no Blake Griffin. So I would take the plus points on that one. Opened up at 8, 6.5 right now. I don't think it goes down or goes up to 7. So if you like it, I say hurry up and bet it. I think the only way it does go, I think it goes down to 6. I think everyone will be with you on Wave on that one. So if you can get the plus 6.5, I say get it now because I don't see 7s popping up in that game. If anything, if there is any kind of new movement, it probably comes down to 6. I don't think it goes down to 5.5. It's just light rain right now. Well, thanks for the weather update. I have not seen anything current in the weather since, about a couple hours. So if that's the current weather, then thank you for letting us know it's just light rain right now. So thanks for the weather recap. But we still have a couple hours before kickoff, so we'll see how it goes. I think the Saints roll. Seattle's offense is one. Yes, I agree on that. I'm not sold on the Saints offense. I really like the Saints defense. Don't get me wrong, but with Hill being out, still this game, some type of weather being this game, Jay, I think it'd be a lot. And let's face it, Seattle should have beat Pittsburgh. And I'm not saying Pittsburgh is a great team and anything, but should be interesting. I played the number. I didn't play Seattle outright win. I just kind of like them on the money line just because I like Buffalo the other week on Monday night as the home dog. So Eric, does high wind affects total more than rain? Not really, because the media doesn't say anything about wind unless it's super windy and it's moving in flagpoles and you see stuff flying around the field. When there's rain, the media is all over, jumping on the weather. They're showing the head coaches drenched in rain. So it all depends on what TV shows you than what anything happens. So it's all about viewingship, and it's all about what the media is projecting. But I would say rain probably does more for the total than anything. Snow does a lot to it because you physically see the snow on the field. I think snow does probably anything more to affect the total than rain or wind. Gino gonna look like his old self tonight. That's what I'm afraid of. Wave, that's what I'm afraid of. Live near Seattle, weather gets nasty. I agree. My wife's best friend lived there. It always gets nasty. Tennessee, you mean? Yes, I'm sorry, Tennessee. Not. You're right. Kamara rushing yards over 94. I don't like that one. Like I said, I like his receiving, Dixon, his receiving yards, and I don't like his rushing yards. But I can see why you like that. I like more of his receiving yards because I just think they're going to be doing a lot of dump screen passes and stuff, especially with no Hill being around. Eric, good looking. Thank you, I guess. Jay, I'm looking the under in the Hawks game. Are you looking for the Atlanta Hawks game or the Seattle Hawks game, Jay? You have to be a little bit more specific. Now that we have all these sports going, I would probably think you're talking about the Atlanta Hawks game. And if that's the case, I agree with you. I like the 213, 214 game total when it came out yesterday. It's now jumped all the way down to 212.5. But yeah, Detroit's offense is horrible. I 100% agree with you. Atlanta Hawks, just because of Detroit Pistons' offense is very, very bad. Justin, I just don't think the under, if a lots of rain cause turnovers, points just like last night. Agree. Eric, any thoughts on Thursday night game yet? No thoughts on it yet. If I had to choose something on it, I have not handicapped it, have not looked at it. So, I mean, of course, I looked at the number. The number came out pretty much the same number as I made it. I made Arizona a 4.5, 5-point favorite. It came out 4.5. So a little bit difference, but that's one of those ones that Green Bay, Arizona might just take a big X at it. No action on it. Maybe bet some prop bets and sit back and watch it. It should be a great Thursday night game, Eric. That pick screwed me. What Justice? What pick screwed you? I don't. On that one. Anytime, Eric. Thanks for all the great questions coming in. The Indy pick. Okay. A lot of people were on Indy yesterday, so it should be interesting. A lot of people. The books. It all depends what books you went to. Some books said they lost yesterday. Some books said they won yesterday. So it should be interesting to see what the final numbers come out for. Because if your book did lose, that's three straight weeks the books lost. So I know MGM lost a little bit. A couple of the offshore books that I know said they won a little bit, lost a little bit. So it should be interesting. Timberwolves undervalued team, I feel. I agree. They're undervalued. Should be interesting. As long as they stay healthy, I couldn't agree more on you and the Timberwolves. Philly shit the bed. I was on yeah, they did. I mean, we needed them to shit the bed because we would have got crushed if Philly would have came in because, like I said, a lot of wise guy action on Philly all day, all weekend long. So the interception screwed the under because the Colts scored. Yes, it did. That interception kind of screwed everybody that had that. So especially live betting, a lot of people live betting under yesterday when I looked into that last night when I sat down and started seeing the bets come in. +3 for Philly. Everybody was on it. Yes, it was. Like I said, a big house win for pretty much for the public. But thanks for all the great questions coming in, guys. Again, this is Raphael Esparza from Ask a Bookie. You can join me on Mondays and Fridays. Not this Friday, but the next week I will be off all next week as I'll be traveling Monday and Friday. So no Ask a Bookie show that week up. But when I come back in November, we'll start doing 3 days of shows: Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So feel free to chime on in. So again, should be great. Eric, the total looks sharp tonight at 41 and a half. Yeah, I'm waiting to see what the total does. If it goes down to 41, 40. I don't think it gets bet up to 42, but I'm going to see how low it gets, because we could see, like I said, someone said we could see the same thing we saw last night. So sometimes it's too obvious to go the opposite way. I agree with you on that. Wise guys on Sabres. Yes, saw a lot of, I don't want to say six-figure, it's five-figure bets on the Sabres coming in today, especially early this morning. On that one. So, being such a big home underdog on home ice, I guess people were just playing the numbers. So I agree on that one. Have a good night, man. Thanks, Justin. You have a great night. Either cash big tonight. Give us a good pick for Cab on Saturday night, or what do you mean? Oh, college football for Saturday. I haven't really. Of course, I've done my numbers already. I have not placed any bets right now. I had to. You know me, I'm probably going to pick a Pac-12 game this week coming up again, because I've been riding Pac-12 football pretty much all week long. Excited to watch Oregon-Colorado game. That total's 49.5. I don't know if it's going to be a pay play. It might be a pay play of mine. So if it is, and I give it to you guys out now, I apologize. But I'm going to take the over 49 points at home with Oregon against Colorado. I think Colorado can score at least 14 points, and I think Oregon puts up a big number. So I'll put that one. It's a 3:30 game. Oregon at home, coming off a big road win. I was saying that one. I'm going to jump back on Oregon. Of course, they're probably going to win the game, but I think they put up points on that game. So I'm going to put Oregon game over 49. Now, again, I'm probably going to forget this. So if I do release this on my pay plays and you buy it and you say, oh, I can't believe I paid for that play when he gave it to me on Monday on this show, Ask a Bookie, I apologize. I don't write most of this stuff down. So that's what I am looking at. I made that total. I want to say I made that total like 51 and a half. So when I saw 49, I was a little bit shocked in that one. So there you go. There's a college football free play for you. Enjoy that one, and that's all cash. Again, Ricardo, great work. Thank you, Ricardo. Thanks for chiming on in. Clandestine Astros or Atlanta. Right now, I'm leaning towards. I shouldn't say leaning. I think the Atlanta Braves win the World Series, so I'm hoping they can steal game one. But at the same time, I would love to see Houston win game one, so I can pound the World Series price again with Atlanta, because I'll get a great number. So I'm kind of torn on that one. So I will pick, if I can get the total at 8, I'll probably look at the over 8, because I think I can get even close to minus 115. So I would say that one I'm looking at. So there you go, Dixon. Eric, great call on Oregon. I was all over UCLA. Respect. Thank you. Thanks for the kind words. Nice. Florida Panthers. Like them today. No, I would not like the Astros if the line was minus 145. I think you'll get a better number, Ricardo. I don't think it goes that high. I think a lot of Braves money will be coming in just because the hatred of Houston. So do not lay minus 145 on series price. Oh, is that the overall? I'm sorry, the World Series price. I would shop around, see if you can get minus 140. I mean, it's not, you still have till tomorrow morning. I think if you can still get minus 145 tomorrow morning, I say take it, but I wouldn't take it right now. Hopefully in 24 hours, you can get a better number. I think a lot of Braves money will probably come in just because of what I just said, but I would wait. I don't think it's going to go higher than minus 145, Ricardo. So I would wait to see if you can get a better number. I would wait to see if you can get minus 140. But like I said, if you wake up tomorrow morning and it's still minus 145, I would take it. But I would wait and see in the world, because like I said, there's a lot of minus 140s. Circa has minus 140. Westgate, South Point. I mean, Caesars has 150, but most offshore places have minus 140. So I would say wait. I don't know what book you have, but yes, I do like the Braves for the World Series. Yes, Ricardo. So I apologize if you like Houston. One of us is going to win, but I liked Atlanta ever since a couple weeks ago, and I jumped this, but and I rarely jumped on board when Pedro Martinez a couple weeks ago said he thought the Braves were going to win the World Series. I think I liked the way they were playing after Game 1 against the Dodgers series, but I guess one of us is going to win. If the Houston wins, hats off to you. I'll congratulate you. But you guys all have a fantastic Monday. I'm going to jump out of here. I got some other media stuff to do, but you guys all have a fantastic Monday. Thanks for everybody for jumping on in. You guys all have a great day. Cash big. Enjoy the rainy, windy Monday night game. Enjoy NBA, NHL, and all that other stuff. Have a fantastic Monday and be back on Friday. And don't forget to check me out on Doc's YouTube page for free plays as well, and my Instagram page at Raphael Esparza. Much respect for all you guys. Have a great Monday, and please don't bet what you don't have.